So how I cut weight usually for these tournaments, jiu-jitsu tournaments, where you gotta weigh in and then you go on the mats right away. So I used to fight at 125 pounds. I think my last one was about 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago. So I don't think I could make that weight anymore because I have a hard time getting to 135, 137-ish. Now I put on a lot of muscle since then. Older, and it's just, I don't know, it's tougher. I would feel like I'd have to chop off my leg or something. But that'd be interesting to try again, and the thing is, I eat a ton to maintain my weight. I'll eat about 3 meals a day, plus 3 shakes, plus, I'll even eat peanut butter and jelly right before bed, followed by some cereal. And then that's not all the time, but I eat a lot of stuff. I take weight gainer. So I kind of, I've been staying away from fast food. I eat a ton of pasta, ton of protein. So usually at that point when I'm not training twice a day, a lot of times of the week, I am about 145 to 147 pounds. At my heaviest days, and that's with a lot of weight training and, like I said, the non-2 jiu-jitsu sessions a day. So I usually have my chef-fed meals in the afternoon and dinner. So I got about 400 something calories, at least 40 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, something like that. So I think they have about 30, 40 grams, 50 grams of carbs. I don't know. I didn't look at the exact totals on the meals, but I'll eat 2 of those, and then usually at nighttime, this is like 2 weeks out, I usually start. I'll add some pasta, I'll add some rice, I add some carbs. I eat a lot of carbs at night, and I keep my carbs lower in the daytime because I have a tough schedule. I don't know. I have a different schedule. That's why it's a little unorthodox what I do. But it is out there. I have read stuff and studies on it where, the whole day you don't have a ton of carbs, but then at night, that's when you get your carbs in. Because I have to have carbs to train, obviously, in the next day. So, I usually, a few weeks in, I start to look at more 2-a-days, just to add more calories. I will fast for jiu-jitsu in the morning training sessions. I won't eat before I do jiu-jitsu, and it makes it tough, but I'm also more used to it, and it's easier to cut this weight and feel like this and go on and perform because I'm kind of used to it. So it makes it easier to compete when you're just used to the fasting. So a week out, I might eat some fruits in the morning, maybe a hard-boiled egg as well, even though that's not the best food combining, but something to at least get me started. The fruits I add for my sugar cravings and just as the carbs come into play. So if I compete Saturdays, Mondays, okay, I know I gotta train twice and teach. Tuesday, normally I train once or twice, depending on weight, which, I kind of know my weight at this point. I'm usually about 5 to 6 over still during those times. And I'm not gonna, I don't want to cut out any dinners until it gets closer, because then that's gonna kill me, and I have to have food. I think we all have to have food. So Wednesday, train twice. Thursday, I train only once at night. Now I tone it completely down. I go on the steppers. My calories are usually just eggs, a few eggs, and then I have maybe one chef-ed meal, half a portion of a chef-ed meal, and then I'll have a full meal at night. But I'm cutting out a lot of. It's basically that's all I'm eating then. My water's still the same. I should have said that. I try to drink about 1.5 gallons a day. A few days before I get it down to 1 gallon, just because I know I'm just gonna be sweating this out. Now on Thursdays, right after the steppers, I will go start the sauna work. I did sauna work before that, but it didn't make sense to me because I'm just putting all that water back in. So I started starting on like 2-3 days before. So that helps a lot, and that helps in your mind, and you keep the water intake pretty good. But you got to start getting that water out at that point, especially if you're drinking a ton of water. You don't want to be holding on to it. So I'll do a lot of that, and then after the sauna, I'll go home and eat, go to bed. Fridays, I typically try to train twice, but not hard sessions, because at this point I'm pretty low on calories. I'm hurting. I'm tired from just training 2 times a day for almost 2 weeks. That's tough. It's tough. You got to grind it out. This is part of it. So I'll do that on Friday. Or if I am flying, that's a problem, and that's what's tough about these competitions that are in other states. So on Friday, sometimes it seems like every time I take an Epsom salt bath, hot Epsom salt bath, to try to float a few pounds off, just to make me feel better in my head, knowing I'm not getting training in before my flights. But then, like what I did today, right after I got off the airplane, I hardly ate, but I went straight to the gym, did about 15 minutes cardio, went in the hot tub. So the one session, I ate a salad, took a nap. Now, woke up, did not want to go back to the gym, but I went to the gym. I did 15 minutes of steppers, and then I did sauna. I haven't eaten yet, which I'll eat probably because it's hard to get good food when you're out. I got like a 6-inch Subway sandwich. Not a lot of calories and carbs, and I'm not too worried about it because I'm not competing till Sunday this time. Tomorrow I actually have an opportunity to go train at Master Hamza Gracie affiliate in Houston, which is really cool. I found somebody. They invited me to come out there for sure. So that's going to be awesome. So that's going to help a good 2 to 4 pounds, I'm thinking. At that point, I'm just gonna see where I'm at, drink some water. Usually I limit the water 24 hours before. I know a lot of people say cut it out completely. I don't cut it out completely. I do drink a little bit. At nighttime, as late as I could get it, I will eat a meal, which is usually a salad, some sort of protein, chicken, usually chicken, and then I hit the more steppers, and then I go do the sauna again, and then I should be on weight. Then I go to bed, wake up, and I'm about a pound under, pound and a half under usually. I've cut it close a few times where I've had to take an Epsom salt before. That was when I was beginning these cuts. Now I kind of got it down to a T, even though it still sucks. But my goal is to have a meal the night before. And my goal is, I really don't eat, like I said before, I compete. I don't. My stomach, nerves, anxiety, all that. I'll eat a little bit of protein, maybe some fruit, depending on my weight, quick sips of water, that's what I care about. Now, I go in, I check in, I get water, I got some coconut water, I just take some sips out of, and just drink some water. I don't eat anything usually, unless I know I got a little bit of time, maybe like 15 minutes. Usually you don't have that long, but so that's what I usually do. The cut for this 136 pound class, I gotta be 141 with the gi, so about 136.5-ish is what I usually gotta weigh in at. And it's part of the thing. Now, when I competed last week, I went up in weight, but I was probably 7 pounds under, and that sucks. 7 pounds is a decent amount, especially if the people are cutting like I am. It's the strength issue. Even though I fare well, but that's why this cutting is important, because I feel strong in this weight class, and it's a fun weight class. It's a fast weight class, very technical weight class. So those are my cuts. I don't know if I left anything out. I'm really tired. Hopefully you guys listen, get some help from it. And again, I start at about 147, so it's about a 10-pound cut, and about, usually week and a half, 2 weeks. But that's 6 pounds, 5-6 pounds comes off in about 2-3 days. So, because I don't want to make myself too miserable without eating. So you gotta understand, you're gonna feel like crap a little bit. It's the nature of the beast. You're gonna be tired, you're gonna be lethargic. But again, once you get some water or some potassium back in you, some quick sugar, some food, you're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel okay. You're gonna be ready to compete with adrenaline. And and during the times you when your first match, you get some more time, so then you drink some more water, take some coconut water, Pedialyte, which I would do half and half, water and Pedialyte. But so that's everything with my cutting. So check it out. It's a little unorthodox, but it works for me.